On VTR
After
14.
the lead-in.
The second VTR segment is going to run 225 instead of 230. Let me have the pin.
Engineering, the second VTR segment will run 225 instead of 230.
Gail, is he in the country?
Lend me your horn. As of 30 minutes ago, he was socked in over LA International.
Have a spare pacemaker?
Don't worry, he'll be here.
It is now 3 minutes to air. I know you're the producer, but have you anything besides woman's intuition, which is politically out of fashion at the moment, to support that reckless burst of optimism?
Nope.
Hi.
Guess who's due on the air in a minute and 30 seconds?
I give up.
How was the trip?
Oh, I'll tell you in half an hour.
Okay.
Okay, one, truck a little bit left, would you please?
You'll truck right to include chroma
Now,
key
camera 3.
with Paul on frame right.
That's it. Audio, cue in second, ET, past the intro.
The second VTR segment will run 5 seconds short.
There he is.
Welcome back, Paul. 30 seconds, everybody. Master, stand by with the opening with the slide and film.
Your notes are on your desk. I made a cut on the second page. You'll find it. Bob?
Good. I've been sleeping in this one. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
A mic check. And while you're at it, give us a...
Look, start on a tight close-up on camera 3.
Right?
Okay?
Stand by music, stand by camera 3, stand by to cue the booth announcer. And when I ask for a cigarette, don't give me one. And get his coat on. Come on, get your coat on. Ready, 3. There's the time. All right, we're right on it. Coming up. 6 seconds. Give me a cigarette.
What you said?
Don't argue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide. Cue titles. Ready, 1. Take 1.
Good evening. This is Paul Savage.
Music.
Thanks, Roy.
Good show, Paul.
Well, I'll tell you, they don't get any easier.
No, they're not supposed to.
So how are you?
Coping. You? Get any rest?
No, too busy.
Why don't you buy me an Irish coffee and tell me what happened in Washington?
Irish coffee. No, Jerry wants to see some film first. If what happened in Washington happened in Washington, I'll buy you some Irish coffee.
You'll really buy me an Irish coffee?
Just call me Sport.
Stand Kemp, huh?
I'll slow it down.
If you've got a close-up, we've got a show.
Right here.
It's Kemp.
#1 bagman for the organization, Bahamas Division. We had a camera malfunction, but only lost a few frames.
I'll get it. Cutting room 2. Yes, he is. Yes, just a moment. Paul, it's for you. Senator Haviland from Washington.
Hello, Senator. How are you?
Just fine. I wanted to tell you that I caught your show, and I enjoyed it.
Surprised you could find the time.
Well, if you want the truth, and I'll deny it, I spent most of my time playing gin with some of your colleagues in the press room.
I won't quote you.
I thought you'd like to know that that rumor we discussed isn't a rumor.
When will it be official?
Tomorrow morning. The president will announce it at his press conference.
Thank you, Senator. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. And if you ever do a story on me, favor my left profile.
Bye.
Now, can you tell me what happened in Washington?
Well, the senator just made an honest woman out of a rumor.
We're going to have ourselves a new Supreme Court justice, or at least a nominee. Who? Daniel Mackenzie's turn.
We going to do a story on him?
Let's take a look at him first.
Well, now, gentlemen, if I were to comment further on that point at this time, I think it would have to be considered premature. Are there any other questions?
Your Honor, did the nomination come as a surprise?
Oh, yes, indeed. Very much so. As a matter of fact, I had no indication at all until the moment that the president called me.
And, sir, where were you when the president called?
Well, to be candid, I was in the shower singing off key.
Your Honor, you reversed the decision on Marsh versus Mason. Would you absent yourself if that went to the Supreme Court?
Well, now, that would very much depend on whether I go to the Supreme Court, and as we all know, that is up to the Senate.
Sir, do you think there's any doubt about your confirmation?
Oh, yes, indeed. There's always doubt. And just to be mentioned in connection with his high office is an honor.
No
indeed.
questions for His Honor?
Just getting visually acquainted? You notice his wife?
On the personal side, Your Honor, how does your wife feel about all this?
Now, that's the sort of question I'd like to have her answer.
How about it, Mrs. Stern?
Naturally, I'm very excited.
She looks like she's here in a duress.
Mary Todd Lincoln syndrome. Maybe that's our story. Profile on the wife instead of the husband. I think I'll put it right into work.
Fine. While you're at it, take a look at the rough cut of the off-track betting expose. I'd like to have something in the hopper just to be safe.
Coming?
Later. See you back at the office.
Your Honor, were there any other names you thought might precede yours on the nominations?
I was half hoping it was a fake.
Well, now that you know that it isn't, I'd say you have a problem.
Well, what's the president of Network News doing on the firing line? Hello, Ted.
Hello. I just got this little requisition here for $5,000 for an unspecified photograph.
Well, consider it specified.
Well, it would be nice and easy for everybody if she turned out to be his niece, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, but then she wouldn't be hitting him up for $5,000, would she? Now, well, what are you planning on working up a show around this?
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, wonderful. So while you're deciding, I'm supposed to go out and purchase the photograph. Is that it?
It's only money, Ted.
And that's a producer. Now, look, whose side are you on, anyway?
Well, the phrase, between the devil and the deep blue sea comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've come very close to you people because of my deep sense of honesty.
Now, that sounds like a prelude to a turndown.
You've got it. At this point, I will not authorize the purchase.
Why not?
Because in the first place, I want you to think about what you're opening up here. We need facts.
There's a fact.
No, it's not enough. We need much more than that. We're talking about a presidential appointee.
Are you asking us to forget about it?
Just proceed with caution, that's all.
Noted. And, in front of a witness.
Now, who'd listen to him? The kid needs a haircut.
I haven't been able to reach Lee Reynolds.
I'm on my way to her apartment now. What happened here?
She was in and out. Never said anything to anybody. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Right off there.
Smears?
Any sign of us?
Hello. Yeah, hold it. It's for you.
Hello?
We're with the doorman at his apartment. Do you want to come over?
I'll catch it in the projection room.
All right, see you there.
Right.
We're rolling.
I could put a tie on if you like.
No, you're just fine as you are. Would you mind looking at this picture, please? Have you ever seen that man before?
Yes, ma'am, sure have.
Where?
On the news. He's running for some office or something, isn't he?
Yes, I meant in person. At the building where you work, for instance.
No, ma'am. At least not on my shift.
You sure?
Positive. I watch those front doors like a hawk.
Lee Reynolds, did she have any visitors, male or female?
None that I can remember.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, when will this be on?
We'll let you know.
Thank you.
Cut it.
Well, it's not much help.
Look, call Stern. You know you want to.
That's what I like about you, Jerry, the way you never come to the point.
He's right, you know.
Who said he wasn't?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marion. Happy birthday to you.
This is exciting. Oh, I think it's just wonderful.
Her name is Allison Baker.
We ought to get out of television and start a detective agency.
The staff took that ribbon to 43 flower shops. They matched the grain. They checked the wholesale purchase of roses, pinpointed the time, and came up with the name.
Allison Baker. Sounds familiar.
It should. Let me show you something. All right. Roll the film, please. Check the arc for color, please.
In a quiet moment, in a secluded place.
Is that her?
Mm-hmm.
Beauty goes everywhere. Remember, even when you're alone, you know when you're beautiful. A paint box of color. A different you every day. Cosmetics to make him love you.
That's enough, thank you.
She's a commercial model, does spots on all the networks, including ours.
How does she fit into this?
Ask me something I can answer.
You think she's pretty?
That I can answer.
I can always tell the man who's wearing spring mint aftershave.
Okay, cut it. Boys, I asked you to be deadpan, but I want an alive deadpan. Cameras, you pull focus too soon. Reload now so we don't waste any more time. Time is money, and it's my career. Scaramouche, that sword is practical. Watch how you use it. Listen, we're not starring the slate in this commercial. In and out, and don't clap it in her ear. She's tone deaf. Well, honey, that was really lovely, but I want to try one more for insurance. But this time, if you could give me more...
Could you hold that for a minute? I'll
Sure,
be right
if
back.
you could give me,
How did you find me?
Famous faces have agents. Left a trail of roses.
That was very foolish.
Not really. They brought us together. So we'll see you soon.
The Mortons manage Lee Reynolds' apartment building, right?
Right.
I mean, why would the managers of a high-rise apartment house suddenly split and check into a motel 5 miles away?
It makes no sense. We're going to try to make sense out of it.
Know what kind of car they're driving?
No, I don't. All I know is what the day doorman told me. He said he brought them their mail. And he said that there was a letter from this place.
Well, so maybe a friend was writing to them.
I don't think so.
Why?
It's only a few miles from the apartment building. I think they were trying to make reservations in advance. And the letter was a confirmation.
So you think the Mortons got scared and are hiding out here?
It's worth looking into, isn't it? Wish me luck.
Good day, just you alone?
No, I'm not checking in. I'm looking for some friends of mine, the Donald Mortons.
No Morton's registered.
Oh, I was sure they were here. They've probably been here for a few days. They're a couple in their mid-30s.
Well, the only couple that fit that description are the Webbers. They're very popular today.
Why do you say that?
There are two men banging on their door just a couple of minutes ago.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Say, why all this interest in
The Mortons.
With company.
Are you in tight?
I'm at 120 going to 250. Oh, yeah. That is pretty.
Let's run it again.
Back up, please.
Check out the license plate.
It's in the process. Rudy's calling motor vehicles.
Forward, please.
Okay, freeze it, freeze
Freeze
it.
frame.
You sure those are the Mortons?
Positive. They fit the description I got at Lee Reynolds' apartment building.
Question is, who were the guys with them?
They don't look like LAPD to me. Notice the haircuts? Short, close-cropped, business suits, mid-30s.
Federal officers.
Well, Jerry, you did it again. I think you got footage of an arrest.
Lights.
Curiouser and curiouser.
What about the staff? They come up with anything?
Nothing on the Mortons, nothing on Lee Reynolds. The only thing we do know is that she hasn't had a job in over a year.
Yet she lived in a luxurious apartment that wasn't cheap even though she got a reduced rent.
Which means the landlord had more than a passing interest.
Yeah, but Joe Riker didn't keep women. Just used them.
Yes. It's for you.
Savage. Yeah, Rudy. Uh-huh. Right? Okay, thanks. License plate, federal agency unspecified.
The federal government be involved with a local suicide case.
Well, I'll let you know when I get back.
From where?
Washington.
Savage, my name is Russell. This conversation is being recorded. I hope you don't mind.
Good evening.
You'd think he'd call these off after Lee Reynolds' death.
Why should he? As far as he knows, he's not connected.
Wonder how he feels about geek crashers.
We'll soon find out. Recognize anybody?
I see the consulates are well represented. One of our better syndicated columnists. The deputy mayor. 3 bankers.
The state senator.
Senator Stoddard. That isn't his wife, is it? She looks much too young.
No, it's not his wife. Mrs. Stoddard is in Greece, sightseeing.
I'll call it for what I have. All right.
Mr. Savage, would you come with me, please? Mr. Riker would like to speak with you.
Go ahead, Paul. I'll be fine.
This way.
What do you think of the art?
I think it's quite interesting. Why don't we look at it?
Let's try it. Should be fun.
What have you got? That beats me.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Savage. Welcome. Oh, this is a pleasure. A pleasure. I'm so glad that you could come.
It's very kind of you, Mr. Riker, considering the fact I wasn't invited.
Oh, surely you must know that a man of your reputation doesn't need an invitation. The oversight.
Sorry to pull you away. You were surrounded by admirers.
My admirers, as you call them, were lawyers, connected with the law firm of Severs and Block.
The name on Lee Reynolds' rent checks, huh? What'd you find out?
The firm reorganized a number of years ago. You might be interested in the name of one of its original partners.
Daniel Mackenzie's turn.
You knew?
Educated guess.
What now?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to put the judge back in the witness box.
Your Honor?
Mr. Savage.
I called your house. Your wife said you were working late.
I'm afraid that's not quite accurate. I came here to meditate, if that's not too old-fashioned a word. You think a man would reflect on the future in his own home, in the privacy of his own study. But it seems that this has become my home. Now I'm leaving it.
Presumably for something better.
Quite true. But a courtroom's still a courtroom, even in Washington. But that's not what you came to talk about, is it?
No, it's not. Came to talk about Lee Reynolds. You said you'd met her at one of Joel Riker's parties.
I heard, what would you call them? Contentious voices?
All the way down to the car?
Not quite. I came up because there was a message on the service.
From who?
Allison Baker.
What you want?
You, apparently. She said she couldn't get your home address, so she'd be waiting for you at your office.
When, tonight?
Kind of gives you the feeling she doesn't want to be left alone, doesn't it?
For the past hour and a half, reports are that the questioning is perfunctory and that there should be no problems with confirmation later in the week.
They just arrested Riker. He's trying to post bail.
No way. Charges accessory to murder. It's blackmail, extortion. Even his lawyers can't get him out.
For instance, there are a number of factors involved.
Uh-oh. I think we're under surveillance.
Capitol Hill, elsewhere around the nation, observing the political scene. Yes.
Hold on.
Hello, Gail.
Hi, Ted. Have fun. I'm going to light some fires under some people at the studio.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any hang-ups about the problem, so...
Atomic fever, Ted?
You know, I prefer Washington to L.A. What do I need, a motive to be here?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you're right. Look, do you mind if I borrow you for a moment?
However, in this particular instance, there are a number of factors involved, and it's felt by most of
You know, a lot of people will be very unhappy if you...
I think we'll share this, too. Any more questions? Mr. Savage? Anything you'd like to ask?
No, Your Honor, no questions at this time.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. I guess that about wraps it up.
You know what time it is?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mrs. Stone.
I don't think we're going to make it.
It's got to be close.
Let's go with the off-track betting story. It's more topical. Jerry should have a final cut by the time we get back.
Good. We'll bump tonight's story and go with that next week.
Right.
End of the break. No, that first commercial break is on 14. By the way, Paul showed up.
No, he hasn't checked in yet. We're 4 minutes to air with
There he is. Well, he made it.
20 seconds to air. Hello. Listen, we've got the VTRs up, the horse racing footage all worked out fine. I'll tell you about it when we get there.
Master, stand by with the opening of the slides and film. Stand by music, stand by camera 3, stand by cue the booth announcer. And when I ask for a cigarette, don't give me one. 6 seconds. Give me a cigarette.
What you say?
Don't argue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening. This is Paul Savage.